Bilarun Yang Wangat, Dadanik Stacey, and Michaela. Wangan Yuno Djirri Djirri. Wurundjeri Willamik, Wurundjeri Balakut, Ba Jajawarang, by Woiwarang, by Nurailam Warang. Mundanai Murup Galada Birarang, Mundanai Liwuk Bulak Nugalik, Mundanai Willambik, and Bubups, Mundanai Kirup. So welcome, Womenjika. In my language, I introduced myself and Michaela as part of the Djirri Djirri dance group. We are here representing our family, the Wurundjeri people, and the language I spoke is the Woiwarang language. So in that language, I acknowledged the Birarang, which is just flowing behind us here at Federation Square at Deakin Edge. I acknowledged our ancestors. I acknowledged Willambik, which is our home country. I mentioned the Bubups, which is the children, because my daughter is here today. And I also acknowledged Kirup, which is friends. So that's all of you who are watching and the wonderful people who invited us here today to share our culture with you. So our first dance is the jika nyarga, which is the welcome dance. And this dance is shared usually with around 15 of us, all dancers shared with around 15 of us, and we all are related, we're cousins, and we descend, all Wurundjeri people descend from one woman, Annie Barrate. So William Barak was a very strong and powerful leader of the Wurundjeri people. Many people have heard of William Barak. So Annie is his sister, and we all come from Annie Barrate. We honour her through our dances. We honour all our ancestors, and in this dance you'll hear some language that says nyarga, which means hear us as strong, powerful Wurundjeri women. So this is our jika nyarga. So not yet. I'll get behind you, you go.
Wurundjeri al Narrm. Wurundjeri al Narrm. Wurundjeri al Narrm. Wurundjeri al Narrm. Bambocho maninga, bambocho maninga. Wanganino, tula pagrok. Wanganino, tula pagrok. Ngagaje, 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 ngagaje. Wanganino, tula pagrok. Wanganino, tula pagrok. Ngagaje, 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 ngagaje. Win maleo, coreno, galen bariamo, mamelamo, womanjeka, womanjeka.
So we're sharing our cultural music with you via modern technology. So in usual ceremony, we have our amazing singer and Djirri Djirri leader, Mandy Nicholson. So she's normally playing the clapsticks live and singing, but today we have her via a link. So it's great to have Mandy here with us anyway. Also in there, you might have recognised a young voice. So we had one of our younger Djirris, Jetta, singing in there. And she's 10 years old, but at the time I think she was around 7 when this was recorded. So it's really special hearing that younger generation singing in language, because the language that I'm sharing with you and that we're all learning and waking up was asleep for a couple of generations. So it's really important that we keep using this language in context, because my mother and my grandmother and Michaela's dad and grandmother and so on, they didn't know their language. So it's just this generation now where we're waking it up and we're teaching the younger ones. So these young Djirri Djirris, these young Djirri Djirri girls are the only young girls on the planet that speak and sing in this language. So we're really proud to share that with you. So that was Jetta singing with Mandy. Now our next dance is the big nyarga. So this dance is about the 6 layers of country. So the 6 layers of country we acknowledge because there's more, but obviously these 6 we acknowledge through dance and song to honour them and always protect them and acknowledge them. So the first layer of country is the Tharangolk, which is the country above the clouds. It's actually, Tharangolk broken down in the Wurundjeri language actually translates to forest above the clouds. So it's pretty special. That's Bunjul's home. Bunjul is our creator spirit or being, who takes the form of a eagle. So that's our creator, and then we have Wa, who is the crow, who is our protector. So that's Bunjul's home, and Wa up in the Tharangolk. Then we have the Wurundjeri, which is the sky country, where Bunjul and Wa fly and watch over us. And the stars as well reside in the sky, and there's lots of amazing star creation stories in our culture, which maybe we'll share another time. And then we have the Mermut, which is the wind country, and the wind country is very significant because it's just very powerful. It controls a lot of the weather, and we do our smoking ceremonies, and the smoke carries off through the wind and it touches everything, and our voices. So when we're singing country, our voices travel through the wind. That's why it's important what you say and put out into the universe, because it travels and it touches everything. So that's the wind country. Then we have the Banyabik, which is the water country. So I acknowledged earlier the Birrarung, which is the Yarra River behind us here, but obviously many rivers and creeks flow through our country, and we acknowledge those. Water is the giver of life and sustains the entire planet. Then we have the Big Ut, they got the Big Dewey. So that's the on country, and that's where we conduct our business and where the animals do their thing. And then we have the Big Ut, which is the below country, where the roots of the trees are. There's a lot going on. There's even underground rivers, and where we dig for ochre, which is what we're wearing on our faces today. So our dance moves represent each of those layers. So when you're watching those, I hope you can relate the layers of country to our physical movements. So this is our big nyarga.
Wurundjeri, Wurundjeri, al narapo, 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 narapo. Wurundjeri, Wurundjeri, al narapo, 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 narapo. Tarangal, tarangal pig, bunjulal, bunjulal, willamoo, 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 willamoo. Tarangal, tarangal pig, bunjulal, bunjulal, willamoo, 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 willamoo. Woro, 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 big bunjuang, bunjuang, ang, 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 ang. Nga 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 nga, woro woro
Djirri Djirri. So that was our big nyarga, our 6 layers of country. So the next dance we'll be doing for you is the Jitty Jitty. So it's our namesake. The Jitty Jitty is our language word for the willy wagtail. So in our culture, the willy wagtail was known to sing and dance all the time, and we essentially, through our creation story, receive our dance from the Jitty Jitty. So he encourages us to dance proud, to dance strong, and to keep renewing our dances and keep making more dances. So I was translating the song last week for a video that we filmed, and it was really great to go in and really translate and put into context the words of the song. It's quite meaningful. So these dances, the essence of them reside from such a long time ago, from our creation, so thousands and thousands of years ago. And even though our culture, or our language, not our culture, but our language and ceremonies went to sleep for a couple of generations, they are waking up, and we draw from nature a lot of these stories. And the Jitty Jitty dance moves sort of mimic the movements of this beautiful little bird. And it's about passing on cultural knowledge from one generation to the next. So usually we have probably about 12 of us in a sort of triangle formation, which represents the tail of the Djirri Djirri. And we have the little ones up the back, sort of sweeping with the gum leaves, representing the flicking of the tail. And then there's dancers up the front who do different moves to represent that ceremony that's being passed on from the Jitty Jitty. So Michaela and I will do those moves, but just imagine the kids up the back pretend they're here with their gum leaves and learning from the 2 older Jitty Jitties. So this is our Jitty Jitty nyarga. So I'm not sure if you can hear me breathing away here. It is a workout. It's something that looks quite, I'm sure, relaxing to watch, but it's quite a workout. And yeah, I really enjoy having that to start my day, in this case anyway. So that was Kaya singing, another one of our younger Jitty Jitties. She would have been, I think, 15 when she recorded that, and she actually composed the song. So Mandy wrote the language lyrics, and then Kaya listened to it and said, I need to fix this, it doesn't sound right. So she composed it, and I think it's come up so beautiful. Kaya was 15 when we recorded it. She's now 18, so that was a little while ago, and her language and singing has come quite a way since then, so that was beautiful to share with you. We have one more dance to share with you. Before we do that, I will just mention a little bit about our group, given this event is around This Girl Can. So this ceremony started, the Murum Turukuruk ceremony with the Djirri Djirris started about 6 or 7 years ago, and Michaela went through when she was probably 12, and she's here now as a almost 22-year-old. So it's pretty special. It's something that we have shown the younger girls in the community that it's something they can be a part of and be proud of. So it helps form a part of their identity, essentially. I know that before the ceremony took place, a lot of the younger girls found it hard to talk about their culture at school, maybe without being teased. So yeah, it was a little bit hard to stand strong in that. And since the ceremony's been happening, the girls have really come a long way. We have the younger girls, as I mentioned with Jetta, she was 7 at the time, and my daughter was 15 months old when she went through ceremony. We've got a 3-year-old who went through as a newborn, and any new babies that come through from now on will go through ceremony from the day they're born. So we're getting things back to where they should be, and we're so proud that the younger girls can feel strong in language, strong in their culture, dance and be proud, just like the Jitty Jitty wanted us to, and yeah, and be part of a really strong cultural network, which that's what we are. It's more than a dance group. We're a cultural network. We have values that go along with the ceremony. Receiving your possum skin skirt it happens at a certain age. So the younger girls receive an emu feather skirt, and the older girls, when they come of age, receive the possum skin. So there's a lot of responsibilities that come with receiving that, and that's, you know, obeying Bunjil's law, which is caring for country, caring for each other, and caring for the children. And we receive our totems during that process from our elders, and it instills those values into that younger generation. So yeah, it's a really, really amazing process, and we're really proud to share it with you. And I will add that some of the young girls have had their skirts taken off them if they buck up, and they need to earn it back. So that's something that Mandy enforces, and she's pretty staunch in that. So this is our final dance. It's the Bullen Bullen, which is the Lyrebird. The Lyrebird is a really special bird that I see out near my home quite often. It's the master mimicker, beautiful long feathers, and our movements represent those feathers. Lots of scratching and foraging in the bush, and as I mentioned, the master mimicker. So the Lyrebird can make any noise really that they hear. So, you know, these days you can hear a Lyrebird making a chainsaw noise, which is quite sad because you can only imagine where it's getting that sound from. It can mimic a car horn. So in this dance, it's about 2 male lyrebirds doing their thing, mimicking and making the loudest noise, although we're not singing the loud noises, but it's about the 2 male lyrebirds pursuing the female lyrebird, and the one who's loudest and the best with his voice wins the girl, essentially. So, you know, I see that as a bit of a value in itself, where the female lyrebird, which is us, we don't settle for anything less than what we deserve. So this is our Bullen Bullen, our Lyrebird dance.
Ngangak nyulu bulak, ngaga nyulu bulak, yinga nyulu bulak, dubaji nyelu bulak, dubaji nyelu bulak, garam ne nyingaje, Dumbanya. Wina, Dumbanya. Dumbanya wananye nyolo. Bunkaje wananye nyolo. Liwik bulak nyolo. Liwik bulak nyolo. Liwik bulak nyolo.